Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Caitlin. Today we have a 25-minute Pilates mat workout. Fiona and I dressed up for Halloween. I hope you like seeing Fiona as a pumpkin. Please click like and subscribe. It's a great way to show that you love Pilates. Thanks for supporting the channel. You can come seated on your mat. You're going to lie down on your back. Your legs are in tabletop with a 90-degree angle between your hips and your knee joints. Your shins are parallel to the floor. Come to an upper ab curl, lengthen your arms long past your hips, and begin pumping your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're not balancing a witch's hat on your shins like me, you can extend your legs up to your working level. Your feet are in a Pilates V, and lower them down to a high diagonal as long as your low back is on the mat. Keep pumping your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sink your belly button in on the exhales. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rest. Now you'll extend your legs out long. Your feet are together in a Pilates V. Your arms are long overhead. You're going to inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Exhale, roll up and over. Inhale to stay. Your arms are parallel to your shins. Exhale, roll down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Your hands come over your thighs. Exhale, scoop up and over. Inhale to stay. Exhale, roll down. Your heels stay together and your shoulders stay relaxed. Inhale, tuck your chin, roll up and over. Inhale to stay. Exhale, roll down, melting your spine onto the mat. We'll do a few more. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll up and over. Exhale, roll down. Keeping your belly button in slowly with control. Returning to the start position. Now we'll do rolling like a ball. Come to the front edge of your mat. Bend your knees into your chest. Place one hand on each ankle and lift your feet off the mat. Your forehead should be touching your knees or looking at your thighs. Inhale, roll back to your shoulder girdle. Exhale, roll up to the start position. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up, scooping in your abs. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up, balancing on your sits bones as you roll up. You want to try to keep your heels in towards your seat or your butt the entire time, no matter if you're rolling forwards or backwards. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. We'll do a few more. I hope you're enjoying this massage for your spine. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. When you roll up and balance on your sits bones, place one foot on the mat at a time and rest. Great job. Now you'll lie on your back on your mat. Your knees are bent into your chest, and we'll do the ab series. Your right knee is bent in, your left leg is out at your working level. Come to an upper ab curl. Tug your right knee in with both hands. Inhale, inhale. Tug your left knee in. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Tug the right knee in. Exhale, exhale. Tug the left knee in. If your head gets tired or your neck, you can rest your head on the mat. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. When you've done 8 sets, you can bend your knees in and rest your neck. I like to ask myself whether I was pointing my toes while I do that exercise. Now you'll bend your knees into your chest, your feet are in a Pilates V, one hand is on each ankle. Come to an upper ab curl, extend your arms and legs long. Exhale, draw your knees in, grab onto your ankles. Inhale your arms and legs out. Sink your navel into your spine. Hold on to your ankles again. Inhale out. Draw your knees in. Can you draw your belly button in deeper each time you do this exercise? Inhale your arms and legs long. Exhale, draw your knees in. Last time, bend your knees in and rest your neck. You can look to the right gently to release your neck. Look to the left gently to release your neck. Now we'll do single straight leg. Extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Your left leg comes to your working level. Tug your right leg in. Inhale, inhale. Scissor your legs. Tug your left leg in. Exhale, exhale. This is a nice stretch for your hamstrings and calves, as well as an exercise for your abs. So continue sinking your navel into your spine. Inhale, inhale. Tug the right leg in. Exhale, exhale. Tug the left leg in. Can you keep your legs any straighter while you do this exercise? Go ahead and bend your knees into your chest and rest after 8 sets. Now your legs are straight up towards the ceiling. Your feet are in a Pilates V. Your hands are interlaced behind your head, holding up the weight of your hands. You're going to inhale, lower your legs down to your working level. Exhale, pull your legs straight back up towards the ceiling to the start position. Inhale, lower. Scoop your abs in and lift. Inhale, lower. Pull in your transverse abdominis and lift your legs back up to the ceiling. Great job. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You want to keep your inner thighs glued together. It's as if your legs are zippered together. When you've done 8 reps, you can bend your knees in and rest your head on the mat. Now you'll come to an upper ab curl with your hands still interlaced behind your head. Right knee is bent into your chest, left leg is at your working level. Inhale, rotate your left armpit to your right knee. Exhale, rotate your right armpit to your left knee. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Are you pointing your toes and sinking your navel into your spine? Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. You should also feel this in your obliques. So if you lift both shoulder blades off the mat at the same time, you will feel it in your obliques. Now you can bend your knees into your chest and rest your neck. You're going to sit on your mat with your heels mat distance apart. Your feet are flexed from the ankle joints with relaxed toes. I have a witch's hat on, so I'll do spine stretch with my hands at chest tight. It's a modification if you have shoulder issues. Inhale, sit tall, lengthen your neck. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine, and pull your belly button into your spine. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips while you do this exercise. Now my arms are overhead. Inhale, reach your arms to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine. Your belly button and your hands are moving in opposition or opposite directions. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, C-curve your spine, reach forward. Get a nice stretch in your shoulders and back. Inhale, return to the start position. I hope that felt good. Now we'll do sideline legs. If you have ankle weights, you can use them. If you don't have ankle weights, there is no reason to use them. If you don't have them, as a beginner, I started out doing these exercises without ankle weights, and you will still get benefits from the exercises. You can lie on your side on your mat. Your back is lined up with the back edge of your mat. Pike your feet forward. Lift your top leg to hip height, point your top toe, kick forward, inhale, kick back as far as you just kicked forward, exhale. Inhale, kicking forward, exhale, kicking backwards. In addition to pointing your top toe, you can also laterally rotate your top leg as if it's in half of a Pilates V. That will also make the exercise more challenging. Inhale, exhale. For these side leg exercises, you can put your bottom arm long and rest your head on your head on your arm if you need to. You can bend both knees into your chest after you do 8 reps and get a nice stretch in your glutes. Now we'll switch to the opposite side and repeat this exercise. So your back is lined up with the back edge of your mat. Your feet are piked forward. You're going to lift the opposite leg to hip height, point your toes, kick forward, inhale, kick back as far as you just kicked forward, exhale. Inhale, kick forward, keep your hips stacked and kick backwards, exhale. Great job. Can you sink your belly button into your spine while you do this exercise to help yourself with balance and stability? Kick forward, inhale, kick backwards, exhale. Once you've done 8 reps, go ahead and rest. I forgot to bend my knees into my chest after that one, so if you want to pause and bend your knees into your chest for the stretch, feel free. Now we'll do side abs. So you're going to lay long on your mat, on your side in one long line. Your head is resting on your bottom arm on the mat. You're going to inhale, lift your top leg to hip height. Exhale, flex that foot and resist it down to the bottom leg that's resting on the floor. Inhale, point your toe, lift it to hip height. Exhale, flex and lower it down to the bottom leg. This should both be a nice stretch and resistance at the same time. Now you're going to inhale, lift your top leg to hip height. Exhale, lift your bottom leg to meet the top leg and continue exhaling both legs on the way down. Your hips might have a tendency to roll backwards, so if you need to lift your top leg not as high as hip height, that is perfectly fine until you get used to the exercise. Now we'll do double leg lift, so we'll exhale, lift both legs, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift both legs, inhale, lower. Again, you want to keep your inner thighs squeezing together. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower, and try to keep your hips stacked. Now lift the top leg to hip height and make small circles forwards 8 times. Once you've done 8 reps, you can make 8 small circles in the opposite direction, backwards. Now we'll finish with banana. Your bottom palm faces the ground for leverage. You're going to inhale, lift your torso and legs simultaneously. Exhale, lower back down to the mat. Inhale, lift. Your thighs are glued together. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Your top arm is angling into the air to help you with balance and stability. Inhale, lift, squeezing your inner thighs together. Exhale, lower. Can you continue pulling your belly button into your spine while you do this banana exercise? Now you can bend your knees into your chest and rest. Sorry if I sound nasally, I have a cold. Now we'll switch to the opposite side for side abs. So you're in one long line and your head is resting on your bottom arm. Your top arm is in front of your hips. You're going to inhale, point your top toes, lift them to hip height, flex your foot, and resist that leg down to the bottom leg that's resting on the floor. Inhale, point your top toe, flex the foot. Exhale, resist it down to the bottom leg. Now you're going to inhale, lift your top leg, exhale the bottom leg to meet the top leg, and continue exhaling on the way down. Inhale, lift, Exhale, the bottom leg comes to meet the top leg, and continue exhaling both legs down onto the mat. You're doing a great job. These are fairly challenging side ab exercises. Now we'll do double leg lift. So you'll exhale, lift both legs at the same time. Inhale, lower them to the ground. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed while you do these exercises. Take a break to play with your dog if you need to. Now you'll lift your top leg to hip height and make 8 small circles forward with your leg. And then you'll make 8 small circles backwards in the opposite direction. We'll finish with banana. Inhale, lift, turn your bottom palm onto the ground for stability. Inhale, lift your legs and torso simultaneously. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, back down to the mat. Inhale, lift. Are your thighs glued together? Exhale, lower. We'll do a few more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Try to keep your neck in neutral. You don't want to look for your dog like I just did. Bend your knees into your chest. And rest. I hope everyone's pet is as joyful a distraction as mine is. Let us know if you dressed up for Halloween, if your pet dressed up for Halloween in the comments and what they were. Now you'll have your knees in tabletop. You're lying on your back. Your hands are at chest height. You're going to inhale, lengthen your left leg to your working level. Your right arm comes straight back past your ear, by your ear. Exhale, return your arm and leg to center. Then you'll do the opposite arm and leg. So inhale, lengthen your right leg long and your left arm back past your ear. Exhale, return to center. Your knees should be directly over your hips when they're in tabletop. You want to pull your belly button into your spine to work on core stability. You can also knit your ribs in for an added challenge, as if you're wearing a corset. Now we'll do toe taps. You're going to lower your hands to the mat. Exhale, tap your right toes on the mat. Inhale to center. Exhale, tap your left toes on the mat. Inhale to center. We'll do one more set this way. Now you'll lift your arms to chest height. Exhale, tap your right toes on the mat. Inhale to center. Exhale, tap your left toes on the mat. Inhale to center. You're just hinging from the hip on these exercises, and you're working your lower abs. Now we'll do one more set with our arms back by our ears. Exhale, tap the right toe. Inhale to center. Exhale, tap the left toe. Inhale to center. I do 3 sets with each variation. So arms at my hips, arms at chest height, and then arms overhead. You can gently bring your arms back down by your hips, bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. You're going to inhale, pelvic curl, articulate up to a shoulder bridge. And from here, you'll inhale, lower your hips halfway. Exhale, lift, squeezing your glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. When you get to the top of the shoulder bridge, make sure your shoulders are still relaxed. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Are your shoulders still relaxed? And are your shoulder blades down into your back. Now you're going to bend your right knee into your chest at the top of your shoulder bridge. Extend your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower your right straight leg. Exhale it up to the ceiling. When you've done 3 this way, you can place your right foot back on the mat. Bend your left knee into your chest. Extend it straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower it down, straight down to the floor. Exhale it straight back up to the ceiling. You'll do 3 movements that way, and then bend your left knee into your chest. Gently place your left toe on the floor, foot on the floor, toe, ball, heel, and articulate down 1 vertebra at a time. Now you want to turn over onto your stomach. Legs are long behind you. Your feet are in a Pilates V. Your hands are under your shoulders. Your neck is in neutral. Inhale, lift your head and chest off the mat. Lift your hand, hover your hands over the mat. Exhale, lower everything back down to the mat. Now you'll lengthen your arms long by your side. Your shoulder blades will round forward. Inhale, retract your shoulder blades. Lift your head and chest so you're in a Superman position. Exhale, lower to the start position. Inhale, retract your shoulder blades. Lift your head and chest and your arms slightly. Exhale, lower back down to the start position. Now overlap your hands. Place them in front of your forehead. Connect them to your forehead. You're going to inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Once you've done 3 or 4, these exercises are good for your back extensors. Once you've done 3 or 4 reps, you can bring your seat back to your heels. Your arms are stretched out long in front of you for a child's pose. If you want to pause the video and stay in child's pose for a longer amount of time, sometimes that's a good idea. If you're wearing ankle weights, you can take them off now. Lie on your back on your mat. Extend your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Hold on to your right leg with both hands, and you're going to flex and point your right foot from the ankle joint 3 times. Your left leg is long on the mat. Your left hip stays in contact with the mat. Let your right leg fall across your body to the left side of your torso, holding on with your left hand. Then you can bend your right knee into your chest, hold on to your right knee with your hand, and let your right knee fall outside of your torso. Now we'll switch legs. Extend your left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Right leg is long on the mat. You want to flex and point your left foot from the ankle joint while holding on to your left leg with both hands. Now you can extend your left leg across to the right side of your torso, to the right side of your body, holding on with your right hand. Bend your left knee into your chest, hold on with your left hand, and let your left knee fall outside of your torso. That's the end of our leg stretches, so you can come to seated. Thanks for joining us. Take care.